Welcome to your friendly neighborhood historian, where we discuss just enough history to inform, intrigue, and entertain. I'm Bill Petro. The science and the history of the spring. What is the vernal equinox? In Colorado, we have a saying, we begin the first day of spring like we began the fall, with snow. This symmetry is relevant as the beginning of spring and fall coincide with the equinox. The word consists of two Latin root words, equus and nox, meaning equal night, referring to the fact that daylight and night time are equal in duration. The date of spring. This year, the vernal equinox, or spring, occurs on March 20th at 9:02 UTC. This means in French, temps universel coordonné, or coordinated universal time, if you don't speak French, roughly equivalent to Greenwich Mean Time if you're British, or Zulu time if you're a pilot. In the U.S., that's 5:02 p.m. Eastern Time on March 20th. The autumnal equinox occurs 6 months later. Since each equinox occurs simultaneously, whether in the northern or southern hemisphere, though the seasons are reversed, it is common to call the northern vernal equinox the March or spring equinox, and the autumnal equinox the September or fall equinox. Where do we get the name vernal equinox? It was Saint Vernal of Bithynia in the 5th century who... No, just kidding. Vernal is from the Latin vernalis, from vernus, which means of spring. It refers to the fresh or young part of the year. What is the relevance of spring? As surely as winter follows autumn, so does spring follow winter, except here in Colorado. In most other parts of the U.S., we see the blossoming of new life. Many of the season's holidays, both pagan and religious, point to new life. In Gaelic or Celtic tradition, Imbolc marks the beginning of this season. Christians celebrate St. Bridget's Day to mark the start of spring, even though it usually falls in February. This points to the anticipation of the birth of spring lambs, though in the U.S. it typically points to Groundhog Day. Beltane usually ends the season in the Celtic calendar, known popularly as May Day. In the Christian calendar, Easter is the high point of the spring festivals, observing new life in the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus. Spring has sprung, the grass has riz. I wonder where the flowers is. Thank you for listening. I'm Bill Petro, your friendly neighborhood historian. You can find more details on this topic and others on my website at billpetro.com.